Good morning, and welcome to another week in beautiful, beautiful Barbados. Very windblown, lots of overcast conditions, but we're going to spend a day together. After all, that's what we do. EMC gathering, doesn't say EMC sunshine gathering, doesn't say EMC snow gathering, it's EMC gathering. So we're going to give you the best that we can give you today. We can give you a day or a morning that you can spend together with your loved ones and your family, and that you can enjoy yourselves here and share some care and love. After all, if we don't know how to give care and love, how can we possibly accept it? That is impossible. Good morning to you all. It's a beautiful, beautiful windy day. For those of you that have been guessing where we are, yes, we're at Silver Rock, and we are going to be making our way eastward up to Long Beach this morning, along the cliffs itself. We've done this before in the opposite direction, but as you all know, conditions are a little bit strange, very difficult to find locations, but we can do the absolute best that we can. I'm going to start off with a silent 360, lots of wind, so expect wind on the blow as we're going around, but enjoy the sounds of the peaceful, lovely southeast point of the island. Here we go. God, grant us the serenity to accept the things we cannot change, the courage to change the things that we can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Your will, not ours, be done. Amen. Good morning to all of you all, beautiful people. Yes, another abandoned hotel on Barbados. I'm not too sure what will ever happen with that, but I can see a lot of repairs will be necessary if they plan to bring that back online. Well, I'll just paint a little picture for you before I leave here. I would say back in the 80s, possibly the 90s, we used to have some serious windsurfing here in the island. I would say 90s more likely would be a better time frame. May not have those dates exactly right, but in that kind of time frame anyhow, Barbados was the hive of activity for windsurfing around the January, February, March, April kind of time when the winds would pick up for our Easter. And up here is where you used to have the big international competitions every year, minstrel competitions in those days. Just really, really well attended. All the homes in this area would have been rented out. This entire beach would be full of boards and sails, and all of the windsurfers having an amazing time. Beach was, I would say, way wider now. I would say maybe another half the width that you're seeing there now out. A lot of sand has gone over the years. These sand dunes you see much bigger. A lot of the sand was more level just below them. As I said, it was much further out. So you used to get lots of people up here. I would say hundreds of people up here, especially for the windsurfing events. Just below, if you want some free Wi-Fi and you want to hang out for the day and stuff, there's the Silver Sands Park. Just below there, there's an NCC Center as well, which would have all of the washroom facilities and anything that you may desire. As I said before, also free Wi-Fi. So if you want to come up here and spend the day off of the beaten track, you can do so and still have the facilities. A lot of little shops around that will cater to your favorite beverages, and also if you want to go into a bar and get some food and stuff, this is the Action Man's Windsurf Shop. I did see him this morning. I was looking for him so I could do a little quick interview with him this morning. But good morning to you, Brian, my brother. I hope you're enjoying your journey today. Just beautiful. Now, I used to drive through. Where you're seeing, I'll show you in a second where I used to drive through. But I used to actually park out here on the beach when I had my original War Wagon, or one of the many different War Wagons. At that time, that was a Suzuki Grand Vitara. And I used to come down here and park because you used to have, as I said, sand way out, like I would say directly in line with the center of the camera now, was all lovely sand out to that section. I'm going to take a little walk from here just to let you know it's a beautiful, beautiful day here in Barbados. There is a system to the southeast that's moving northwest. Doesn't look as though it's going to get strong, but who knows what happens in the tropics. But it is an area of concern that they're watching right now. 20% chance of development. We have been seeing that for a little while sitting there, so I don't know if it's just gonna stay there and dissipate and stuff. I'm not too sure, but they are watching that, and the predictions are for some heavy rains on Wednesday, so we'll see how that goes. We could surely use the rains, but we don't want any more than that really. Maybe rains and some swells, but nothing to do any major damage. The island's had enough of that already, as anywhere else in the world has as well. I would like to say happy Thanksgiving Day to all the Canadians on board here. So my darling, I hope you have an amazing day up there in the north, and this is what awaits you on the south of the island. For all of you all guys that are looking to come down to Barbados in the near future, or planning, already have plans and tickets booked and stuff, looking forward to hopefully meeting you all when you're here in the Rock. As you know, situations are a little bit strange here at the moment, so I don't go out too many public places, so we'll probably meet up on the beach somewhere, and look forward to that. I look forward to seeing all of you all and give you a virtual hug from about 6 to 12 feet away, just to say hello. Now, I used to drive down through here in years gone by and park, well, not only me, but quite a few people used to drive down and park just here where we're standing. So that would give you an indication of how big this beach was before, because you actually see able to drive out here and park up. You can actually see where it's eaten away and where it was built up. So where that grass is spread much further out originally, a much bigger area here. Beautiful morning. This is a very wind-blown area, you know what I mean? It's just lovely. It's very different, as you all can appreciate. If you're looking for something completely different, you don't want to go all over to the east side, you want to be closer on to the action area of the south coast, well, you can get a lot of Airbnb in this general area. Now, this is what this hotel was. This was in the prime, in its heyday, this was a beautiful, beautiful hotel. Remember, you used to have all the windsurfing facilities here. I knew the guys real well, and you used to have all of the windsurfers staying here, as well as other people who just want to come to this side of the island and experience something different. But it's another one on this coastline, because just below here you've seen it already, the Silver Sands, former Silver Sands Resort, that is also gone. So it seems as though this side and like the North Point itself have had a hard time getting people to it. I don't know if it's because of the sea conditions, exactly what it is. I don't know what went on, really don't want to speculate. All I can say is a shame, because these properties offered something that you couldn't find on any other section on the south coast of the island. This here in Silver Sands in its heyday were amazing. This, of course, was a much newer facility than Silver Sands. This was owned originally by the Honourable Bree St. John. He was one of our former premiers, and this is his property and his family's property. I'm not too sure who owns it now, but I know they were the original owners and developers of this land. Just lovely off rough terrain. Now, I had mentioned to you about wearing your 4x4s. Well, I said 2x2s or bring everything, so that would have included 4x4s. So I wasn't too sure where we'd go today, but as I left home, it just looked as though we could possibly see a little bit of sun up here and maybe get away from the rain until we actually finish the vlog. So we'll see how that goes. But this is the kind of coral that you're talking about up here. Very, very sharp, very dangerous coral. So you've got to be really careful when you're walking across here. Now, I'm saying that, and this morning when I was walking, coming down here, I parked up by the Long Beach section and walked my way down just to get a feel of the place and absorb it. As you know, I like to become a part of where I am, not just be a visitor to that location, but actually feel it, experience it, so I can express it. So I did that this morning, and lo and behold, a fisherman came jogging across this cliff, barefoot, with his Bajan hard soles. I had me feeling so ashamed. I'm in 4x4, stepping tenderly, and he'd run across this coral. That was quite amazing. And not running with any kind of grimace on his face or anything, so very comfortably, as though he was running across a cricket pitch or something. Amazing. But I definitely don't have those kind of feet, that's for sure. Actually, no part of my body could go across this rock here and not feel it, that's for sure. You see these ledges all along here. Just get to a good point where I can show you. Right, a lot of this cliff here is like that, ledged off, because of the continuous pounding of the swells underneath the actual cliff area itself. So it's not, up here is different to like down in north, right? It's shaly and it breaks away a lot. This is solid coral, but just be careful when you're walking in these areas, because coral will break as well. That will not break in any quick hurry, because that's very, very thick, unless the weight of it gets so much that it cracks away from the base of the rock here. But just be careful when you're out in this section as well. Now, a lot of people don't walk this area. We have done it before, and I know there are a couple of EMC people that have done it, but this is a nice different stroll for you. If you want something a little different, as I said, you know, if you just want to walk somewhere, feel what it feels like, because this is as close to nature as you're going to get, this is somewhere I recommend you come and take a walk. This big rock that's on our left at the moment is the one that we did our farewell from last time we were up here. We went up on the top. Thank goodness I didn't film going down, because going down, man, I had to take forever to get down because it was quite difficult. But going up was fairly easy. It wasn't a big difficulty. Coming down, challenging. So if you are coming here, please remember, wear something solid. Don't risk yourself out here with these tough conditions on this area that we're walking on, these cliffs. Lots of coral, very sharp, very dangerous. When you know you get caught by coral, you get a serious cut. It does not heal as quick as you would get if you were just cut by a tin or something. Don't know why, but it does not. I don't know if it's a bacteria or something in it, not too sure. Now that's the rock, as we mentioned. We were on top of there last time we did a broadcast up here, and we did some views of the lower beach. Won't go up there this morning because, like I said, getting back down is a big challenge. Alright, we're going to start getting a little bit hazy on our vlog because there's lots and lots and lots of sea spray blowing around out here. So it may mask off the camera lenses. I didn't bring anything to wipe it. Smart Nick, of course. But anyhow, we'll do our best that we can. I have some really good news, and that is that because of the partial clouds and stuff, it looks like my friend will not be visiting us today. I hope it remains that way until the end of the vlog, because as you all would have noticed this morning, he made me mention him first when he was writing up our little display for today. He put himself in there before me. I don't know what he does. Anyhow, I gotta pay him a little bit of respect, just a little bit of respect, because he seems to be a fairly good fella. He's sort of like a chip off the old block, you know. So, you know, okay, a lot of these homes can be rented. They do have the accommodations up here that you can rent. I'm not too sure exactly which ones they are, because from the beach side they don't see any signs and stuff up. But there are a lot of these homes. You can see a lot of them are in disrepair as well. That is basically because out here it takes a thundering from all of the sea elements, the wind, the rains, the constant pounding all the time. So you have to be changing screws and nails and wood continuously and painting your wood continuously. A little bit of strong breezes, so if we take some erratic spins and turns, you all will know what I mean. Oh boy, here it comes. Darker makers, please. We're going to have a little bit of sun, it looks like, unless that cloud will come up quickly and smother that, so you don't have to turn the other way. Beautiful, beautiful layout. This would be just lovely. I mean, no good swimming here. You'd have to go down to just down below here by Brian's place, Silver Rock itself, if you want to really have a good swim or something. But it's beautiful. I can just imagine waking up in the morning, actually pretty much spending any time of day here, because look at what you'll be experiencing all day. This kind of scenery, this kind of peace. I'm going to keep quiet for a second and let you listen to the sounds, wind, etc. of up here on this cliff, so you can appreciate what you would be taking in, and so you can actually get a sense of the peace that I'm feeling right now. Here we go. Just stunning, beautiful, peace and serenity beyond words. You have to actually experience it for yourself. I don't know if you noticed, but we have a friend up there who's trying to say hello to us in that patio. Hello, big boy. You know, he's where is he? Yeah, his tail is wagging. That's at me, but he's barking at the shadow man. Nobody don't like him. Well, maybe some of you all. I noticed that there are a few EMC people that are perfecting the EMC 360. Thank you so much for giving us the credit for them. That is wonderful. That's a part of the family that is up right now in Nova Scotia, who are sharing with us some beautiful scenes from up there. That is one of my favorite places, Canada. I go over there, been over there quite a few times with my angel and driven all around up there. It's just beautiful, especially Peggy's Cove area and stuff. Actually been to some of the Yuck Yuck comedy experiences as well up there, so I think you all would know about that if you have been to Canada and you visited the Yuck Yuck sessions. They are hilarious, very adult oriented, but hilarious. Beautiful sunrise. I am so happy actually to see this here, especially as I'm walking in that direction and I don't have to see certain things that are behind me. So this is wonderful. Now this is rock solid Barbados. This is what Barbados is mainly made up of. This kind of coral here. So you understand the foundations that people will get in this area. There's really no surface soil up here whatsoever. So you wouldn't have to do a massive amount to dig in to get a good solid foundation. You can see the kind of weathering that goes on the wood and all. You can actually see it's not even smoothish, you know, it's all weathered and stuff. Just beautiful actually. Lovely, lovely natural looking wall or fence here. Beautiful. Super strong. You can see the telephone poles and stuff that are used as the mainstays out here. And obviously up here with the kind of winds that you're experiencing, you would have to have that kind of strength in your fencing. There's a lot of sea spray here as well, so we will get some definite decrease in the quality of the video and stuff, hopefully not too much. So this is the area that I saw that fisherman run across, right across here. I don't know, I tell you, I had to step gingerly. I would never be able to run across. I wouldn't even run across here in 4x4s for fears of falling. One trip out here and you would definitely know it. So you don't see too much of this here really on the south. I mean, yes, you have the Enterprise cliffs, but you don't have this lower elevated cliff walk, maybe along Atlantic shores and stuff, but it's not easy to walk along the whole coastline because of building structures over the years. So this is one spot you can come. You can actually walk from Rescue Beach right up to Long Beach without actually leaving the coastline. Well, except for one area that we're going to go off a little bit off of the coastline and then come back to it in a few minutes. We'll see where that is when we get there. To access here, Silver Rock via Silver Rock. You can also access it by numerous other walkways that come down from just up in the Marlow area. I'll show you a couple of them as we pass in case you are interested. Look at those heavenly rays, promises of a new day. Isn't that just beautiful? That is, to me, is one of the most beautiful things to watch, is when the sun is behind the clouds and those heavenly rays just come out. Just beautiful. Stunning scenery. Onward we go again. I see my hycologist, surfologist on here. Good morning, Ryan. I hope you're getting ready because I ready to hit something again, buddy. You know, we have some ways that we could possibly go out. We just have to keep our distance and stuff, but we will do that coming forward. So hope you're ready this week. I know you're not going to tell me what day because you're thinking of the waves. Don't blame me at all. But, you know, just bear me in mind at some stage of the game and let's do this again. Beautiful up here. So you see a lot of the homes are in a lot of disrepair and stuff. Even if they're being lived in, they're just really not maintained as well as you would see in some of the other coastlines. And that's because of the continuous beating. I love the observation deck that those folks have put out there just in front of their home. They could come and sit down up there in the evening and enjoy the scenery. I do know that some of the apartments behind there are definitely up for Airbnb rentals. So you can always check your real estate agent, or online Googling now is so easy that you can research some of the stuff online as well. Now this area here is really one of the biggest areas or threats to get through. Haven't really seen too much of a problem this morning, at the moment anyhow. We'll see. We did get caught here once before. I remember that quite clearly. I got caught, saved the camera. So, now this is like an extra large blowhole. You can see all of the weaker matter has been eaten out under there. When the swells get big, you're going to see what's going to happen now. There we go. So that is a really big blowhole. It doesn't give you the kind of height that you would get from some of the smaller ones. But when you see conditions get really big here, this shoots good 20-30 feet in the air quite comfortably. I've seen it like that before. Just beautiful. I'm going to let you listen to it for 1 second and enjoy the peace and quiet here for a minute. Set's coming in, so you should have a little fun with this one. I'll just step back for caution. Lovely Barbados. These sounds of nature, so calming. and so peaceful and so humbling. Just lovely. Look at the sun that we're about to get, folks. Stunning view. Very popular area for fishing. As you'll see, there are a few PVC tubes and stuff off of here. Alright, this is one of the thoroughfares you can get down here and walk down here. You can park up in the Marlow area, generally Marlow area, and then you can walk down here. This is an actual road that looks like a dead end when you're coming to go to like Beach and Quiet and stuff up in that area. That's one of the entrances. And then there's one you can actually drive through right down onto the cliff. But that does come over someone's property, but it hasn't had any structure on it for many years, so maybe they will privatize it. But I do remember when they had beach homes down in here. Alright, this is another area we're going to just time it right. As you can see, the walk over here is very narrow. I'll give you a little better view of the water and stuff as we're passing, so you can see what we're going through. You're just going to wait for this one set wave to come through, and then I will challenge it. Very rough terrain, very sharp, very much like the southeast, like around just between Palmetto Bay and across the Raggy Point. All those cliffs out there are very similar to this. They're extremely sharp. And then again over on the north side that we've seen already as we walk those cliffs. Now this is the area that you can drive through. You can see where the original foundation was, but you can drive down onto this pasture out here. There are different routes in. There's one below here, and then there's one above on the actual pasture itself. Again, I wouldn't venture out on these cliffs unless you have a 4x4, especially if it's been raining or if it is raining. I wouldn't mess with these cliffs for sure. The mud out here is like clay, it sticks to you. You know, you will have no traction on your shoes either, so be careful out here, please. I'm trying to keep myself. Morning, sir. Yep, fella fishing for his lunch. That's our barefooted friend. Just beautiful up here. You can see there's really no growth of anything but, I guess, sea grape, cactus, coconuts, casuarina, the things that you would associate with this type of terrain and the lack of rain and the limited surface soil. So that's what you really find up here. Anywhere you find a garden up here, it means that the person has put lots of time, money and effort into it and continuous maintenance on it, just making sure that it can survive in these sea spray blasts that it experiences. But look at how beautiful up here is now the sun is beginning to come up. Rays across the water are just incredible, reflections off of the puddles in the cliff. Beautiful. Looks like little pots of gold from this angle. Good morning to all 69 of you on board. Thank you all for an amazing week last week. We had a fantastic time. The gatherings were huge. They were great. The comments and stuff that went backward and forward were just touching, heart touching. Very rough terrain. I'm not sure what's going on up there with that hooded area, the dome top building. Really not too sure what that's all about, but that is a new structure compared to when I was up here last time. I'll walk in this cliff for sure. Don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I guess we just keep finding out as we go on, as we usually do around the island. A little hard to check out anything now, you know, because you don't know. You pass areas, you don't see workmen on it because there are different restrictions that are on. You know, it all depends on what, you know, what's happening. It's very unpredictable. How to call it, fluid here. You know, it just changes by the minute. Alright, we're going to keep a little bit back from the actual cliff area here. So actually, you know what? Let's go closer because I want to get closer here as well. So here we go. I call this sea fan territory. And you will see all over. You can see decaying sea fans everywhere. You'll see a lot of sargassum as well too, because obviously when it comes on this cliff, it's not going to move until the very next big swell. But you can find sea fans and brown coral all over this cliff. You can see little trees are stuck here. Sea fan that's stuck all over. Amazing, just amazing. All out here is a very, very healthy reef. It's not like the south and the west, which were sort of like dying and now coming back. This area is very, very healthy. Not much out here, you know, not a lot of hotels or anything, not a lot of you know, development itself, etc. That could, you know, not a lot of fishing or snorkeling up here. There is the usual local guys that may come out here, but it's not, you know, it's not anything commercial out here. Commercial will be beyond the outside reef called Barbados, which we can't really see any water on it right now. Right, I'm going to give you another 360, but remember, darker makers are an absolute must right now. Here we go. It's blinding. Alright, we did mention before that we're going to have to leave the cliff area for a few minutes and walk inland somewhat. We'll work our way back down to it, but I'll just walk you closer and then we'll have to backtrack a couple of, maybe 100 yards or so, because I want to show you this structure up here. Originally this was known as the War Wagon. In those days I spent quite a bit of time here because my family, my dad used to know the owners of this property, so we spent quite a bit of time here at that time. And then it was taken over and turned into something called Peach and Quiet, which was very, very popular. I know that my Can promotional lady knows all about here because I know she worked here at one time. So good morning to you, Karen. But the Peach and Quiet used to get a huge return percentage of guests because they wanted this same thing all the time and they would come back here every year. I'm not sure if Mr. Loveridge went overseas, but I know the property has sold and I know they're doing a lot of renovations on it right now. I don't know what the, I'm sure that someone will tell me, but I don't know what the actual name of this proposed property will be. But I do know it's the Coles family that have bought it and are working on it. You can see they're doing lots and lots of work around the frame, window frame areas and stuff, getting it ready. As you can appreciate, up here it's going to take a lot of work to bring it back, but they've started it. Now this is where we cannot go off onto the cliff area because you can see already it's threatening and stuff. So we're not going to take that in. So we're going to move in a little bit inland and then we're going to come back down. Swimming in this area, very bad. You can even at the calmest time of year. Now I know they had an area out here that was had some rocks around it. As you can see the rocks just here in the water. There was a pool that was developed for you to swim in here and be sheltered for most of the time when the water was relatively calm. So they did have a small swimming area here. It was designed, not a beach though. You could just go in and swim, and they had rocks that were surrounding it. You could see them submerged here a little bit. Don't know if they're planning to bring that back as well. I think this is just a beautiful location. I am so happy to see there are some facilities up here that are coming back online, because I think this is a part of Barbados' tourism that is really not taken advantage of, and that's the nature, the raw nature that this island has to offer. I know you can drive to it whenever you're here, because I mean, come on, it's 166 square miles and you can drive anywhere in this island. However, actually living in these conditions is a totally different situation. You know, I know that because the times I've spent like in Cattle Wash, we used to rent down in Cattle Wash quite often, and I know for sure it's a completely different world when you wake up over there. I remember even working and renting over there. I used to have to drive over to the south coast every day and then come back over, but it didn't make a difference. The time they had there, just choice and golden. Almost, I would have to say it's healing. I know my family's on board here. Good morning, Vic. Or I hope you're on board. You better have me, or me and you're going to have some words again. So detention for you if you're not, and Jeffrey, same for you as well. They have Airbnb properties. I've talked about them before. There are a lot of Airbnb options in Barbados. We have quite a few new members on here that have some homes that they have purchased. They live overseas, but purchase and rent out in the Airbnb in the Barbados area. Now there are big private property signs all over here. Do not trespass and stuff, because they're now undergoing the construction. So I guess they might have some construction materials and stuff around. And also nobody really wants people walking over their property, but we're going to just skirt it. And then we're going to jump on the road and walk back up onto the land, and then make our way back down. But this place was always painted in all white. Just so bright. On the day when the sun is bright, the white was actually blinding, I found. That was when I was younger anyhow. But that was before the days of darker makers. You can appreciate when I was younger, cheesy whiz. I mean, you used to have square wheels on cars, so you know it is. So, but a big sprawling property. The thing I did like about here is the surrounding, the way it's designed. All these structures look inward, so they create sort of a wall and a privacy right around the entire property. As you would see, to see into this property, we had to go down on the cliff itself and look into it. From the back here, you just can't see in. So it gives you that piece of solitude and peace and quiet. All right, we're going to take a little bit of Barbados, real Barbados now. You just go through a few homes, lots of animals over here, cats, chickens, everything you can imagine. Good morning. No, this is not a goat. I know many people like say, well, that's a goat. No, it's not a goat. That is a black belly sheep. Now, I know you're probably saying, well, Nicholas, we knew it already. Don't mind, there's some people that don't. No, I'm not going to dare tell you what that is. Sorry. I remember this area, man. I pretty much grew up in this area. I used to always frequent South Point. I see Malcolm Hunt on here. Malcolm and myself and his family and all of their group go back years and years and years. We all have known each other from very young ages. I used to come up South Point, man, and hang out all the time. Beautiful times, beautiful days, beautiful memories. Sometimes it's nice just to walk into areas like this, just to see what it's like. I'm going to walk a little bit and keep quiet, just let you hear the natural sounds that are up here and how peaceful it is, just until we get to the next talking point. I dare not point behind me because I see somebody out there dancing in the background. I'm going to keep them in darkness for now. Alright, Ocean Spray Beach Apartments, another option for accommodation up here besides all of the Airbnb that's in this area. Good morning, Mood from Cocoa Hill Forest. This is his business, so if you're looking to come to Barbados and want to stay on this section, please check him out. You know where he is. He's one of our members. No, this is not a public thoroughfare, but I do know that Mood does not have a problem with me, or I hope he's not have a problem. He walks through here. I know he's not have a problem with it. I saw some, I think possible security earlier on, so I waved at them. They didn't have a problem with me coming through. I know it's got to be a problem anyhow, but I didn't actually call him in advance, so Mood, my apologies, my friend. This is not disrespect, but I just using your property this morning and give you a little footage on it as well. I know the conductor probably licking me up on back line about how I'm invading people's property and I'm trespassing. Don't worry, Mr. Conductor, if you're on, it's fine. You keep licking me up, I'm going to get back with you shortly. But this is his apartments here. I remember when there was the Penthouse discotheque here. I don't know how many of you all will remember that, but the Penthouse was originally down in Worthing, upstairs in Melrose. There were other places as well. But then it moved here to the top floor. I remember partying here many moons ago on the top floor when you saw the Penthouse lounge here. But this is now Mood's operation. As you can see, there's some lovely condominiums up here. Right where we're standing, there's no breeze whatsoever because he has it perfectly surrounded with sea grape and stuff, which is a beautiful sheltered area. Just lovely. Very popular location for windsurfers as well. Very, very popular. All right. Making our way through the property. As you can see, there's lots of facilities here. He has his restaurant and bar, everything is here. As you can appreciate, right now it's really slow on the island, so it's not me decored off and laid out the way it would normally be. I can tell you, if you came up here and saw this here when it was swinging and it's full, well, you'd be so happy. You would probably want to come and stay here. The beautiful thing about here that I like is that it's so roomy on the property that even if this place is full, there's plenty of room. Oh boy, there's our friend. I'll get off to him for a minute. All right, we're going to make our way up along this cliff. I know we're running a little bit late on time, but don't mind, we're going to do it. So those of you that have to go off to work and stuff, please enjoy your day, be peaceful, be safe, Remember, take the joy and the happiness with you that you've experienced here, and take the beauty with you as well. I'm sure that if you think about here today, no matter how rough it is, you will find a way of smiling and giving thanks for being alive, as I do every day. You can see all of these sea fans here I was mentioning before. That whole brownish area there is all sea fans with a little sargassum mixed in, but mainly sea fan. You can see them all along here as well. So all of this reef here is very, very alive, but sea fans and brown coral everywhere. Fishing out here is also very good. We saw our friend Chris up here the other day. He was fishing out here. He had a great catch as well. These lesser developed areas along these cliffs and stuff are just spectacular. They breathe peace. You can actually feel it. You know, it's quiet. The only noise that I'm hearing right now, besides myself talking, is the beautiful crashing of the waves and stuff. You know, it is just lovely. Another place up here as well, I'll show you in a couple of minutes, is Zed's operation, Zed Layson, a known big wave surfer in Barbados. Actually, he's known all over the place as being a big wave surfer. And Zed has his own windsurfing operation and paddleboarding operation. Not windsurfing, I think more of paddleboarding operation, but there are a lot of windsurfers that come here as well. I'll show you that in a minute. And then all of these are also up for rental. So if you're looking to stay on this side of the island, even if it's not for your entire vacation, if you're here for like for a month or 3 weeks or something, maybe you could do a couple of days up here and experience what it's like to surf a few villas. Just so you can get the name, and you can always look it up. So still a few places in operation here, still a few that have withstood the test of time and the hardships of COVID. You know, they're still around there. You can see there's really no one in some of these here, because you can see all the you know, curtains are pulled and stuff, so probably not a high occupancy at the moment. Now Zed's location has grown and got better and better and better as time has gone on. I have to say, he's really has a lovely place here now. You can stay here, you can you know, keep your boards here, you can rent boards from here, you can come here and use this place here for the entire day by using the boards and his you know, his facilities. Just beautiful. But look at the landscaping and stuff. Look at how beautiful and laid back it is, all the wicker furniture, everything. It's just beautiful. Zed, kudos, my friend. This place looks 1,000,000% better than a year or two, I would say 2 years ago. You have done tremendous work. You have used the time that things have been down, and you have most definitely enhanced your entire offerings here. Just beautiful. You know, as I pass, and I have friends who I know are going to offer you the best, because these are serious ambassadors that I'm talking about. You know, Mood, Zed, Brian Talma, all the people that I pass that I mentioned. They don't just live in Barbados, they breathe Barbados just like me. They're all watermen just like me. You know, they may be even more so because they do a lot of different water-based sports than what I currently do, but we're all watermen. We all have the same beliefs and the same understandings of peace and the tranquility and appreciation of the natural beauty around us. I'm going to give you a 360 from right here, because I think this most definitely warrants it. So here we go. Just beautiful. Now, as you know, most people around the island have big signposts up as to where is, you know, different countries in the world, but this is very different. This one actually has the surf breaks in the world. Cloud Break, Jeffreys Bay, all of them are mentioned here. So that tells you that this is a very much of a surf-oriented location. All of the locations, or a lot of them are here. You can appreciate that. I'll get updated as time goes on. But right now, up here is a little bit on the windier side and stuff. So I guess he'll do that later on and redo that. As you can see, he's working on his initial property. And what a beautiful property it is. Zeta, I gotta tell you, man, as soon as my angel comes back here, I can't pay you a visit, brother. I want to spend some time here with you for sure. Yes, I know. Thanks very much, conductor. Everybody, thanks a lot. Hold on, let me get somewhere that I can let you see him. There we go. Good morning to all of you all from myself and you know who. I'm glad enough you can't see him too well today because he's trying to steal the show one more time. Don't mind. He's pretty cool to have around sometimes. I can make a joke out of him all the time. You know, I call him my resident puppet. So he's good to go. But look at the sand up here. Beautiful sands as well. Just lovely. Now you won't get sand here like this all the time. This is a lovely build up right now. Just beautiful and powdery. You know, it's not discolored or anything. It really is beautiful. All right. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let you see them. Hold on. I'm gonna let you speak to them. Give me a minute. Jeez, thought we're pushy. Hold a minute, guys. Let me get him off of my back. Hold a minute for me. Hold on. There we go. Okay, go ahead, man. The show is yours. Go ahead. So, you can see, my friend is bragging, but clouds are coming, so he's got to go undercover again. All right, folks, that is it for today. I thank you for joining me. I'm going to carry just a little bit further out by Woman's Bay, just so we can have a look around out here. And you can see the War Wagon is spick and span and clean as usual, just perfect. So, I think it's time for a semi-annual bath. I'll see if I can get somebody that is in a good mood today somewhere along the road, see if they can give me a little clean up. But let me tell you, inside, spick and span. Not a grain of dust. Lots of sun, but not any dust. So, okay, last time we were up here, there was no beach. You can see it's forming back. This is what happens, as I had mentioned to you all, in summertime. We get beach at bills along the south coast, mainly in summer and like down into like November and stuff, because you don't really get too many unless you get a big storm system that passes to the south of the island. Usually up here it does build a lot of sand. Whatever moves offshore around the Easter time, when the south coast is known to have a swell and the currents change, then tend to come back in at this time. Beautiful. I don't know if you all have been watching, but one of our local surfers is on the international circuit right now, Josh Burt. I think he just, I can't remember correctly, but I can't remember his positioning. I think it was equal ninth or something that he got. He did very well in Portugal or off to France. So if you are a surfing enthusiast and you want to have a look and see and follow our Bajan people, the Burt family's on the way to France. That's their next stop. That should be interesting. But look at this beach that's formed here. Now this is one of the only places you can really swim comfortably up here at most times. You will find a lot of Bajan families will come up here and just dip off. This place is beautiful compared to last time it was here. Last time it was here, rocks all up to the grass here, or up to the sea grape area. Rocks all inside here, all the reef, but all the sand is covering it this morning. Just spectacular. Very easy to find up here. If you want to come out, say if there's a big hurricane passing off to the north of the island or any big systems, this is a place that is one of the first breaks that people will run to, because there's a massive left that comes off the outside of this cliff, maybe about 50 yards outside the cliff, and works its way right into the bay. Very, very long waves. Also a really popular spot for all of the longboarders and stuff. This is a nice ride. Like, it's more of a sloping ride, not hollow like you would find on most of the other areas. Beautiful. Even got sand up here that will tell you that it's being brought up by the sea conditions. You all will remember last time I was up here, it was all just rocky and muddy and gunky, but it's beautiful now. Alright, so you've seen where we walked from. We're going to look at it in view now. You can see the rock in the center of the camera. That's where we started our walk this morning. The beach beyond that, of course, is Silver Rock Beach. And we've walked all along the cliffs itself, right up to where we are right now at Inch Marlow itself. It's called Surfer's Point. Beautiful, beautiful place. So as usual, I like to leave you all with a 360, so we're going to do that right now. I can't remember which way we turned before, so you're going to have to forgive me. So we're going to try it this way and see how it goes. Now, I know that we, the MC, do not wait until Thanksgiving Day to be grateful and be thankful, because we do that every day. We're thankful for life. We're thankful for our friendship. We're thankful for our good health. We're thankful for vision, for hearing, for the sense of smell. We're thankful for everything, and that's because we have learned that in life we have to be thankful and to live and to be peaceful, because in these times, especially now that are so troubling and difficult, if we didn't give thanks and we weren't enjoying and be appreciative of what we have around us, what would we really have? Nothing right now. You know, I don't care how financially well off you are, how secure you are, or how many businesses you own, or how many vehicles you own, or how many planes you own. Right now, everybody is feeling it. And I'm hoping that everyone, no matter what place you are in life, financially or anything else, that you are secure spiritually. Because without God in your life, you are really not going to make through these times very well. And that God then gives us our friends to help us get through times as well. So right now, I think we just need to lean on each other, love each other, understand that we're going through difficult times, and sometimes we're going to do strange things. You know, I myself, I do some strange stuff sometimes, and you know, my angel is there. She just tells, you know, she just deals with it as it comes, you know, and I must thank her for all of her support and her kindness and her love and her inspiration, and for her introducing me to the thoughts of doing walking tours, because originally that's not what it started at. It used to start at daybreak or a sunrise at a location on a beach, and that was it. But that has just changed and transformed. You know, God has given us guidance, God has given us strength, and God has given us the ability to bring this beauty to you, the beauty of Barbados. So everyone, go forward today, have a fantastic time. I love you all. Be peaceful, be kind, and be caring to all of those around you. And remember, give thanks and be grateful, not just on Thanksgiving Day, every day of the year. God bless you all. Have a fantastic day. Be safe. Love you all, and God spare life. I'll see you all tomorrow morning at daybreak in Barbados. Have a good day.